Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dreams of Zion. This is my kind of story time where I just tell stories about Zion so that you guys can get an idea of what Zion is in my mind. And in my today, I don't have a story about any particular person. I just want to talk about Zion itself. It started as a prophecy from the Old Testament. And the prophecy kind of repeats the acts of Moses with a female as the lead character, the woman known as Zion. I have, I know that it's rather grandiose, yes, don't care. Um, I found this prophecy about this woman who actually fits my description. So I decided, well, hell, the shoe fits, I might as well wear it. So that's what I've been doing since about 1979. And along the way, I have visualized in my heart this beautiful place that is the foretold prophecy of Israel. And it starts out with a camp out. And in in my storyline, which is how I envision Zion, how I created it in my mind, it starts with an act of rebellion, a strike, where all of us drug users, all of the poor, all of those who are tired of the way America has been run and the problems that are not being addressed, whether it be climate change or the war on drugs or systemic racism, police brutality, um, a lack of a decent minimum wage, the monetary system in general. All of us who are disillusioned by the United States of America just walk away. We just pack our bags, pack our tents, and our kids, and our dogs, and our cats, and our pets, and everything that we hold of value. And we walk away from society. And we go camping. And we pledge to stay in our camp until the United States of America has dealt with all of the issues that have brought us to the camp, or until we have created for ourselves something better. And I believe I found that something better. So, when we have our rebellion on 420 of any given year, we all go to our predestined campsite, and we pitch our tents. And in order to ensure that we survive no matter what, our first order of business is to plant gardens for ourselves. Each person who goes camping is required to grow their own supply of fruits, of vegetables and fruits, to be supplemented with um, meat that will be slaughtered in the traditional fashion as it was in the days of Israel. We will have fresh meat killed in camp or at the edge of camp using sanitary methods, allowing us to eat meat to sustain us healthily, but requiring that we forsake the overindulgence in meat that we now suffer from. So, when we get to camp, we organize ourselves by profession so that when you get to the camp gate, you tell the greeter what your profession is, and then you go to that camp. If you don't have a profession designated, Then you'll go to a camp that there will be a bachelor camp, a bachelorette camp for those who are unattached. There will be, for those who speak a different language, there will be ethnic camps so that if Muslims want to be sequestered in their Muslim camp until they're designated into their guilds, they can do that. Christians in another camp, so that everybody will be separated according to their liking at the beginning. But eventually, as each member of the camp is designated, is entered into a guild, they will then leave their base camp and go to their designated guild camp. Now, all of the labor will be done by the entire population. There won't be any money used in Zion because money is stupid. It's nothing more than a child's toy in Zion. So, we don't use money. We, each of us, according to our profession or talents or capabilities, does a certain amount of hours of labor for all services of the camp. So, you will be working for your living and everybody will be employed. Therefore, we will be able to quickly and efficiently set ourselves up for the long haul if we need to, because it is a strike. And we want to be able to stand our ground as long as possible so that those with money can be forced to either secede to our wishes or allow us to secede. Now, I'm not saying we have a revolution. I'm telling you that that's what the prophecy says will happen. But this is just my theory. Okay, the prophecy says go camping. It says hold a solemn assembly. It says call on God and God will come. And then God will help you set up a nation. Well, okay, that's a pretty big fucking thing. And I'm hoping that that is what happens. That's my theory. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm working towards. But they'll come or they won't come. But regardless of whether or not they come, we still have the right to choose our own lifestyle. And the United States government is not very likely to legalize all drugs completely, to free all prisoners of the war on drugs, and to give us back what they have stolen from us in the name of the war on drugs. But if we stand together in strike, in solidarity with all those who suffer at the hands of this government, preparing, if we must, to live there permanently, yeah, we will succeed. Because as long as we have food to eat, what can they do? Because we won't be dependent on them for anything. They'll have their money, but we'll have a good life, free of hassle, free of worry, where everybody is judged not by the color of their skin or their religious or philosophical beliefs or political beliefs, but by their talents, their work ethic, and their willingness to work together in unity for the betterment of mankind. And that is what Zion is. A new society built around the premise that professions run nations and that nothing else is required. There is also the premise that the elderly are the ones who are wise from experience and therefore should be in charge, and that those elders who choose to be put in charge must qualify in that regard. Competent leadership by consummate professionals in their field. A government based on the needs of society, not on greed, not on ego, and definitely not on the war on drugs. So, in this camp, each person will be will enter into their professional guild, and they will work for the rest of their lives for that guild, providing the needs of society and prospering thereby. No money required. Everybody grows their own food, no need for a grocery store. But that's just to ensure our survival. Good, healthy, nutritious, natural food. That's what we need. We don't need cardboard boxes full of eradicated and dead cardboard. When you take the living essence out of the food, you take that which sustains you out of it. And everything you see on the shelf is dead. So, in order to save our children from a future of obesity and malnutrition while being obese, I suggest we go out to the panhandle of the state of Nebraska where the land is organic and we plant gardens. And if you're like me and you're not very good at gardening, then we'll just be dependent on the aid of the guild that takes care of the gardens. But with no money, we can create a society that doesn't use money. Because as long as we have our intellect and our willingness to do the actual labor required, there is nothing that we cannot do. And if we work together for the good of all, we can provide everyone with food, shelter, clothing, respect, and decent nutritional food that makes for a healthy body, so that our healing guild, the physicians, the professional, the mental or the psychiatrists, all the different branches of the healing profession, and I do mean holistic healers, herbalists, medical practitioners, acupuncturists, the whole gambit. Because in a guild, every aspect of a profession is taught and used. That's what guilds are for. So instead of earning money at a job that you know probably don't like, why don't you go camping with me and find out what guild you qualify for? Because you might be surprised. I have a theory that there are masses of uniquely gifted, talented people in this world that are stuck in dead-end jobs like dishwashers, waitresses, and accountants. So let's find out what a just society based on professionalism can do. Let's go camping. It'll be fun. My name is Zion. I'm trying to fulfill the prophecy of the Old Testament. Come along with me. Because I have friends in really high places. Their names are the Gray. May they watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. And may they teach you right from wrong. May you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it. Make that your guild choice. If you use drugs, stay happy and high. You have every right and reason to. Believe me, I know. I wrote 2 books about it. My name is Zion. I love you way too much to say goodbye. So I'm going to say later now.